After we did our last video in regards to an upload that Daphne's case files did, the latter half of that video held a communication between Belinda Gray, the missing children's grandmother. All right, she's done an interview and everything, and it's really, she reached out and offended the local Mcmack chief. And I read through the messages, and I can't believe the audacity of Belinda Gray. First of all, Belinda Gray, you need to do everything through the RCMP in this circumstance. You don't have any investigation of your own. I don't know what people are doing over there, whether she's being put up to this and encouraged by Sonny, and it's a crime and shame, and the people involved. What a complete mistake that would be. You know, it's great to be a spokesman and a person out here speaking on behalf of Jack and Lily, but you need to really know your place and know when to draw the line. Nobody's saying that you shouldn't follow up and seek answers for yourself. But she was incredibly insensitive when it came to respecting the Mcmack Nation, respecting this particular chief. And after you read the particular statements, believe that you'll understand a little bit better. I mean, I can forgive her for it. Like, part of me understands why she would want to simplify what it was that she was doing and reach out and make a call to the chief and ask him some questions. Well, the problem is that the questions that she's asking make her look like an ignorant fool trying to put all kinds of crimes and blame upon the nation that's already been oppressed by society. A native reservation isn't necessarily a place where people love to be. People outside of it often forget it and don't recognize this. This is a place where they've been forcibly confined to through treaties that they've been rug pulled on, lied to, generationally, and continue to be lied to this very day. Now, what they'll show you on television about reconciliation and everybody hugging and making up after the fact is all just for current political status in that sense. So it's really for reconciliation and everything's all good and look at all the rights that we respect. It's just as bad today as it was back in the 1800s. Don't believe the establishment when they impress upon you how much respect that they put into native culture and things like that. Most of the people that you see on television engaged in this are nothing but a bunch of patsies for the white man in that circumstance. I don't mind speaking on it. I'm native. But I'm not on the reservation. So enough of my commentary. Let me read this statement to you. This is coming from David. I'm sure both Darren and Belinda got a good talking to. Did you see the message between Belinda and the chief? The chief was completely insulted and said to Belinda, "Are you for real?" The chief really put her in her place. Belinda is not allowed to have contact again. If you see Belinda's message, you can see why Janie dislikes her. I know you don't like to diss other channels. However, you can see Belinda's self-righteous, ignorant, and passive-aggressive manipulation tactics on full display. And Sonny and Sharon, is it, act just like that. Exactly. I think that I don't stick around too much in that particular channel. But I thought that there's no way that would have been Belinda Gray's choice. It was probably encouraged by Sonny, because old Sonny wants there to be sunny days. You completely did it on the back again of people who don't need a whole lot more of reason to put blame on. It's a problem. Now, hold on. The hell just happened? There we go. Let me finish this statement. Gets me all worked up. You see Belinda's message, you can see why Janie dislikes her. Let me see. So I don't know you don't like to diss other channels. Oh, we do. However, you can see Belinda's self-righteous, ignorant, and passive-aggressive manipulation tactics on full display, and that's exactly what it was, in my opinion. And Sonny and Sharon, is it? Some other one, act just like this on their channel. It's a criming shame is different from yours. Their cruelty hides behind that we are all just doing it for Jack and Lily. Their cruelty lies in the attempts to get Daniel to call in or private message them so they can get to the truth, as they say. It's not about getting to the truth for them. It's about getting Daniel to talk to them, and whatever he's guilty of, or if he's innocent, they will always twist and spin. And twist more and spin more just to present Daniel as the domestic violence abuse partner of Malaya, and will make sure he is found guilty in the court of public opinion. In the disappearance of Jack and Lily, even. If Daniel's innocent, even if Daniel is innocent, right? Oh, believe me, I'm right here in the muck of it in true crime, David. You see it amongst all kinds of channels. They put clicks and views in driving the mystery because they want to replicate having 500, 600, 1,000, 1,200 people in their chats every day. You want to do that, you're going to have to keep up coming up with something because, your narrative and your script just doesn't hold the attention. So let me see. This David is right on, by the way. He's absolutely correct. Even though it's probably a bit harsh to call for Sonny, we can see what's going on over there. Like, first of all, Sonny, it's a little preemptive for you to be championing any sort of fundraiser. I'm not totally against fundraisers, but the fact is that you keep trying to reinvent the wheel. We know where the money goes. I understand it's hard to believe Daniel, but he may in fact be innocent. If he does call in to It's a Criming Shame or private message them, it'll be like 1,000 cats pouncing on what may be an innocent mouse. They tried to guilt him and shame him. I really hope Daniel stays far away from them because he is being manipulated by them, just like Malaya manipulated him. His gullibility and belief that he can fix everything for Malaya is what got him into this mess. That's just David's opinion here. I think Daniel has a habit of surrounding himself with women who take advantage of him, use and abuse him. Your point's made, David. That's a fantastic point. Let's go have a look at this statement. So here we have it on your screen. I think I'll talk about it and then I'll play you the clip from Daphne. I hope she doesn't mind. So the transcript from this call you can see made is probably forwarded. I don't know where she got this actually. This is Belinda Gray. I can be reached at redacted. I would really appreciate being able to talk to you concerning Lily and Jack and all of the rumors I've heard coming at me. Like, so you can just see Belinda. You can just see, Sonny and her group of friends all back there, encouraging her to go get this fresh info, and they'll feature it on their next live stream. You're doing all of this for free, Belinda, while these people collect the AdSense money under the guise of doing it for Jack and Lily. No, I'm not up here for Jack and Lily. I'm up here because there's so many people out here interested in the topic. I'm talking on the topic. I don't intend to search for them. I know that they're dead. Okay, that's why I'm talking about it. If they were out there and lost, I wouldn't be all that concerned about it because someone would be finding them. Not after 2 months, mind you. I can be reached at redacted. I would really appreciate being able to talk to you concerning Lily and Jack and all of the rumors I've heard coming at me. If you don't mind reaching back, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Why is it some random individual is calling them wanting to discuss rumors? This is the chief. Could you imagine calling the mayor's office and wanting to have a little powwow about all kinds of shit that was floating around in your head? Or should we say Sonny's head? How dare you guys? This is a disgusting move. Completely insensitive, not just because they're native. It would be insensitive to anybody in that circumstance. Like, who are you exactly? But there's a double-edged sword with that too, because you have Belinda who's somewhat passive with this, and then you have the other hand, Daniel's side, who loved to come out and just stoke the fires with all of the rumors. I actually like the latter part better, because if it's BS or not, you can certainly sort through it, and it's out. That's full transparency. But this is a little different. Like Belinda, they have you thinking over there that this is how it goes and this is a normal thing on the internet. What you're engaged in is not normal. That's not normal over there. When you sit up here in front of a bunch of people and blow smoke up their ass because you're you really want the best thing to happen for Jack and Lily in this circumstance. First of all, you're talking to everybody who has everything to do with why Jack and Lily are missing Sonny. And you continue to play pretend and try to pull the wool over your audience's eyes. It's going to hurt you in the long run. She won't care. Doesn't matter to her. She's just trying to grow her channel. I don't think she completely knows, but who knows? Even still, she'll sell that out for clicks and views and channel growth in that sense. It won't matter. Well, let's continue on. Don't mind me babbling here. So it gets to it progresses a little bit. It jumps. I'm not sure if there's other messages, but it's just a screenshot. Look at this fucking response. Because Belinda now feels that she's entitled to know all of this information, and the other person, the chief, who's obviously taken offense to the insinuation that they would even do such a thing, that he has to now take time out of his day and his family time to explain to Belinda so that this idiot will finally understand. It won't even be good enough for her. Let me read it to you. From Belinda, if you are the spokesperson for your band, then you're doing them a disservice. Try just speaking to people instead of trying to act the victim. Some people, including myself, use phrases not to invoke, but just the way we talk. Instead of trying to dissect every word, try listening. Hey, try listening. Is it a crazy question? Yes, it is. But with all of the crazy out there and no answers to be found, I was looking for reassurance from you to let me know it's crazy. Instead, I get the reason why there is still so much prejudice. I now have no further reason to contact you. Think about that passive-aggressive message. Some people, so you've offended the person and you want to spin it around and make it look now that you're the victim, Belinda Gray, of this person misunderstanding you. No, you've shown your ignorance. Okay, you're the one who made the mistake. Instead of apologizing and moving on with your time and saying, ooh, maybe I should have went to the RCMP with this. You somehow think that this guy's going to work with you on the down low and figure things out because of all of the bullshit that you've heard on It's a Crime and Shame and other channels. Not every other channel. Like, how dare you, Belinda Gray? You've dropped down in my books. This is disturbing. Like, you're clueless, Grandma Gray. And you know what? Janie's right. You haven't been in the kids' lives. So why are you here at the 11th hour? Just because the CBC knocked on your door, you think you're a part of this show? Get the hell out of here. So you scroll down a little bit. It looks like his name's Michael something. Responds, redacted, are you for real? You called a Mcmack chief and asked if we are hiding Lily and Jack on the reserve. She responds back, I only called you back because I listened to your voicemail and wanted to tell you any information you have to be giving to the RCMP. This is wild. Yeah, this individual handled it absolutely correct. You get all kinds of crazies contacting you. The fact that you even got a response from this, you should be thankful. My response to you asking if we were hiding the children is the reason why there is so much prejudice? Question marks. What is it you're saying? She's disturbing. I've lost a lot of respect for this Belinda Gray. You need to get the hell out of the way, girl. Let's see how Daphne explained it.
Now that we heard what Durwood had to say, Belinda had reached out to the chief of the reserve And she says, "This is Belinda. I can be reached at so-and-so. I would really appreciate being able to talk with you concerning Lily and Jack and all the rumors I've heard coming at me. If you don't mind reaching back out, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you." Well, I guess they spoke to each other, and this is what was said. "Belinda, you are the spokesperson for your band, then you are doing them a disservice." So the first part is from Belinda, and then Michelle, the chief, writes back from the reserve, and then again Belinda writes after that. So there was some words in between both of them, and I'm not going to read it all because it's a bunch of drama filled. You can read it if you'd like, but I believe that, Belinda's taking Durwood's word for this, and she's trying to find her grandchildren. Now, let me show you the next clip. So Janie McKenzie, Daniel Martell's mother, had written a post last night. She says, here's something for you guys to discuss. Tell me this, if Belinda hasn't seen Jack and Lily in 2 or 2.5 years, why all of a sudden is she wanting to see them now? Since this
Well, probably because she wants something for the follow-up CBC interview to talk about.
happened, there is a person called a lawyer in a place called court, and that's where I'm heading to see my grandbabies. I'll fight tooth and nail to see them. Now, if we remember, Belinda and Malaya had a conversation, okay? And I'm going to put that up here. Belinda said, why didn't you give me your address? Malaya said, Daniel didn't want me to. Daniel didn't want me coming over. I'm going to show you guys that right now. So as you see here, Belinda and Malaya had that conversation a few weeks ago.
So here is a screenshot we didn't actually see before. So Malaya is saying he never wanted me to go, and I never knew why he was controlling. We don't believe anything that they have to say anyway, but it's still interesting to watch. Why didn't you give us your address? We would have gladly come over for visits. This is between Belinda and Malaya. He never wanted me to give it. I never wanted to stay there. I really wish you... Oh yeah, she's reaching out and trying to manipulate people in order to try to get away with whatever she did to Jack and Lily in this case. Absolutely, that's my feeling. That's my opinion. All of a sudden, after all of this time, Malaya is getting in contact with the people that she knew before Meadow was born, before this downfall into the abyss of substance abuse. And Belinda is one of them. Now, from Daniel's standpoint, why would you want your in-laws... I don't know. Listen, you have to do some crazy things in order to make things, okay in the household, especially when there's other kids involved. So this conversation between Malaya and Belinda, he never wanted me to go, and I never knew why he was controlling. Listen, honey, that's for you to figure out. You were sitting there for 2.5 odd years. You had a baby with him. Stop trying to make it look like you just don't know what the hell is ever going on in your immediate area, and leave it up for other people to just take that as you being an innocent victim in all of this. Stop pretending.
Malaya said he never wanted me to go, and I never knew why he was so controlling. Why didn't you give us your address? Anyways, so that's why Belinda hasn't seen her grandchildren. Now, I want to...
That's the story because Daniel didn't want to? I don't think so. I don't think Daniel really cared. Why would Daniel care about that situation more so than you, Malaya? It's your situation that you wanted to dip out of. It wasn't Daniel in court icing the family out. It's you. You can pick up the phone. You can call. Your responsibility is to maintain those relationships for your children. so that someday when they grow up, they can have some sort of happy relationship with the people that they should naturally have relationships with, like bloodline families. It wasn't Daniel icing them out. It was you, Malaya.